Taurus, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. I'm here today to do your reading for the week of December 25th through the 31st. We're going to take a look at your recent past, your current energies, what's coming up in your immediate future, what you may not see coming, current challenge, and get some important advice from Spirit. So we got a lot of work ahead. Work for me, listening for you. Maybe you've been doing a lot of work or you have a lot of big plans for 2024. But thank you for coming in today, tuning in, and sharing this space with me. I appreciate you all. And also, let's take a moment to thank Spirit for presiding over this reading. For all of you Tauruses out there, welcome. All right, we're going to first get a few oracle messages. Get some perspective on the energy coming up for you for the week. Final week of the year. Crazy. All right. Ooh, a burst of magic, a merry motive. And into me, I see, ooh, you're doing a lot of self-reflection this week. Maybe because you have more time off. I think you might be having, out of this period of reflection, a sudden epiphany. This is the card of a sudden realization, a higher knowing, right? I think you're coming to know what calls you and what lights you up more and more. That's been your journey as of late. This is combined with a merry motive, right? Oh, card is a little messy. This is about understanding, right, the wisdom behind your intentions, knowing your own motives, okay? So I do believe that you're looking at your own motives in a situation and understanding what's driving you to meet certain goals. And you're really going within around this, you may be somebody I know this about Taurus, you guys are so stubborn. And I love y'all. One of my dearest clients is a Taurus, so she's probably listening right now. But this is about your willingness to be vulnerable. She's going to laugh at that. Dropping your shield and any rigid boundaries that you may have around letting people in. All right? I think you might have a sudden realization about how you operate and how you're like, okay, well, maybe I need to trust myself a little bit more. Maybe I need to be less rigid, right? You're really looking within. I think you're going to have a sudden realization, though. It's almost like this gift that's being offered to you at the end of the year. It's going to make your heart smile. All right. Let's get into this. Ooh, the Chariot and the Hangman. Ooh, this push-pull. What dare I say what is going on here? Push-pull, push-pull. Have you been in a push-pull situation? Something's at a distance, or you're creating distance in a situation. And it might have a lot to do with your career, where you're feeling that push-pull. Something that you want to transform in your overall confidence, maybe to take a risk in the new year. You want to create something new. All right, let's get into your spread. Ooh, yeah, you've been wrestling with something. Yeah, your leadership. You are. It's like you're having a difficult time. What am I doing? I got to keep going. This is a whole reading, Jenna, not just the past, but I can do a whole 20 minutes on the past. All right. Okay. Yeah, you're ending a cycle here, sweetheart. Yep. And what you don't see coming is this is about you coming back into a balance. All right, so this is an interesting card. This is a unique card unto itself in this tarot deck. You will not find it in any other tarot deck in the entire existence of tarot. And I love this deck for that. But this card's been coming up in the collective so much. In fact, almost every reading I've been doing today has had this card. And it's in this position. This is the war we have with our own ego, right? Especially when it comes to you being a compassionate leader in the world and stepping up, right? I think you're trying to, in the past, now this is a past position. I'm getting this overall vibe that when it comes to you juggle so much, right? And I think this is about having that compassion towards self and not always trying to lead the directive of the day through a place of the ego. And really, you're trying to balance this fire energy with the mental capacity, right? Of the creativity that's inspired through the struggle, right? Between our souls and our egos, all right? Bear with me. This is going to become clear in a moment, but current energies, we have the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and Justice. It's like you're letting go of what you've had this block that around your own creativity and the inspiration around your creativity. And I think you're looking at the ways that you need to release how you invest in the things that you're trying to create. Like the blocks that you have, like the limiting belief, like I'm not good enough, it's not going to succeed, I'm going to fail. I think that I'm talking to people who already are leading, but you don't see yourself as a leader for some reason. So this is about coming into balance with the things that we create and walking away from the negative self-chatter that keeps us from even trying, right? Because in the near future, you are creating so much more abundance and you're pulling together a new team. But there's also this conflict within you over like wanting it to be perfect, right? And coming into balance over this idea of perfect. All right, let's see. I think you want to launch something new, Taurus, in your world, a new business. And you're having a little bit of a war of and you have been in the past listening to all the ways this could fail. And now you're starting to realize, well, I've got some really good ideas here and I need to stop getting in my own way and I need to actually do it. This is the year you're going to do it. Yeah. This is all the conflict we have that goes on in our head around our own creativity. You may have had some younger in life, you may have had people tell you that in order for you to be a practical, wise leader, that you've got to fight your way to the top. I mean, we have the Three of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Five of Wands. So this is around how you want to approach the way you see yourself, okay? And a lot of times you get stuck in your head and stubborn about that. And you're starting to realize, well, if I yield to my intuition, I feel you've been fighting with your own intuition for whatever it's worth. And now I think you're starting to drop that fight and you're starting to realize, well, if I just surrender, it's a whole different vibe. Yeah, this is about you taking charge. You had so many answers come towards you around you being an entrepreneur and about your capacity to succeed and lead, but you had so many fears and doubts. It's like you've been struggling between the doubt and the I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do this. Yeah. As you have taken on this huge monumental task of trying to build something in this world, it's gone so slowly that at times you're like, I am never going to succeed at this. It's too hard to create this. Whatever you're building in the material world is important. And it has a lot to do with your own leadership capacity. I do believe I'm talking to so many Tauruses that are self-made entrepreneurs. And it's the struggle, right, of trying to build something brick by brick and the exhaustion, the fatigue. It's all on my own shoulders, Jenna. It's me, myself, and I. It's a struggle. And I have so much passion towards this, but it's a slow grind. And I think in the recent past, you're like, it was very hard for you to come into balance because you were really giving yourself towards so many things and you weren't prioritizing, right? Just whittling it down, right? You were juggling so much and you were trying to prioritize, like whatever you've been juggling in the past, right? All the balls, juggling. You're like, okay, this is about you getting clear on what balls need to go. Get clear on what balls need to go and what balls needs to stay. Because you're ending a cycle where you felt like it was all up to you. This is about calling in support and knowing that it's not all what you have to carry. It's releasing the burden of knowing that you don't have to carry it all on your own back anymore. You're coming back into balance around your own creations. Yeah. Oh, wow. This is around out of that letting go. You're coming to realize how freaking awesome you are. I mean, with the King of Cups, the Judgment, and the Star, it's like when I start removing any of these beliefs around me having to work so hard for what I want, or me having to shoulder everything on my own, or me feeling like I'm going to fail, you step right into that pocket of energy where you're like, I am right where I need to be. Everything's perfect. But you have to let go of, right, the fight, right? That fight that we have to be creators in this world. and that balance, that delicate balancing act we have over our creations and the fight to succeed. Yeah. Because here we have the Knight of Wands, the Sun, and the Six of Wands. You are creating something currently that is going to bring so much happiness to you. You have no idea. You have no idea. And it feels right. Whatever you want to create in this new year, it feels right. You're coming into a huge state of balance, and you are pausing over the ways you need to heal with the way you perceive the things that you were working on creating. I know that might sound a little... Here's the thing. When it comes to you being a creative individual, you've got it, right? You're starting to realize that I'm no longer going to struggle with the parts of myself that say that I can't, I won't, it's not going to work. Because that line of thinking only served to hurt you and limit your ability to follow your intuition. And now, after the struggle that you've had in the past of shouldering everything on your own, you're now like, oh my God, if I just let it flow. You're learning that if you go with the flow and you do what you love, it's not a burden anymore. You're reaching a new level of happiness because you're taking enough of a pause to step back and now balance out the amount you're putting out and the amount you're giving. This is about giving to self while you are working yourself to death. I want to see what this challenge is. It's like you're ending the way you deal with your work sphere. The toiling, right? It's like the hamster on the wheel effect. And you're like, I can't keep this up the rest of my life. Something's got to give. Yeah. You're walking away from feeling like all I got to do is work, right? There's a dissatisfaction if you're working just for the sake of working and you're not putting your heart and soul into something anymore, because I feel like you've been doing something for a while and you love it, but now you're like, it's not really feeding my soul the same way it used to. And now I'm still wanting to work, but it's like, I don't want to start all over again, right? I don't want to give this up. Listen, you can give up that desire to put all of your eggs in one basket, right? For the sake of like, this is going to be, it's almost like you can maintain whatever you've created, Taurus, as you pursue something new. You are ending this cycle of feeling like all you have to do is work in order to achieve your goals. Now you're going to continue to do what you've been doing, but now you're coming from a more balanced place as you create something new. I see you adding on, you're subtracting what needs to be subtracted and you're adding what needs to be added, but you're not doing it from this perspective of it's got to be hard or I got to give up something in order to do it. You're actually adjusting, right? It's like when you're looking at radio DJ and they're adjusting the tremble and the bass and the equalizer and all of those buttons, right? And it's like, okay, it's like you're creating that like this magical balance with all these moving parts because you have a big dream that you've been putting on hold. I do believe that you're stepping into a whole new leadership capacity in your work life. Let's see. Yeah, it's taking a lot of strength for you. What you don't see coming is you are coming back into balance with this side of yourself that says, I am an amazing creator in this world, and I'm going to create, and I'm going to use my wisdom and my own strength, and I'm not going to let my path make me feel like a victim any longer. Like you are learning what true empowerment means in the world, in the material world, around you being an independent person in your career. I do believe I'm talking to someone who's either been with the steady paycheck and they have a big dream, or you already are an entrepreneur, but it's not enough for you anymore and you want to do something different. And you're given that green light to go for it. To go for it. You're doing a lot of reflection here around your own stability and your own abundance. And what do you need for the support to create that? This next venture isn't about doing it all alone anymore, Taurus. I can tell you that. And you're in deep conflict over that because you're like, I'm fine. But are you really? You know what? It's time to bring in more support and create more of that team. Ooh, but let's first talk about love. You've had some disappointments in a loving connection, but I think that if you've been looking at wanting a love connection to come together into a more equal give and take, let's just take a moment and like pivot and talk about love. I do believe that for those of you who are in a bond, or you're deciding whether to take an offer, it does look like it's a stable offer, and there's a lot of equal give and take, and it feels really good. It feels really, really good. We spent the majority of this talking about your career. I don't often do that, but I do believe that you're being guided to open up into a brand new chapter in your career because you're ready. Yeah. I'm telling you what, you have so much support. You may be even going to business with some friends. And while you do that, there's so much change happening in your love life. It's like the stronger and more confident you get, the more bold you get in your relationship. And it's almost like the person beside you is like, wow, you are truly amazing. Like, I am so proud of you, sweetheart. I am so proud of you, babe. Like, I believe that the support you're getting from the love in your life is helping you take a giant leap in your confidence toward a new dream. And you're like, okay, I will, that stubbornness we started out with? You're like, okay, I'm going to go towards this new idea. I have support around me. I can take a risk. I can take a risk now. Got a brand new year coming. Yeah, yes, see? This isn't about you, like, oh, I got to do is work. No, you've got a new opportunity and you're transforming. Your life is going to completely transform around this new idea. I think you've got a dream that you're like, I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to do it. And you know what? I know I can't do it alone. And I'm going to do this. You're going to be bringing people together. I think you're going to be creating a whole new business, and you're going to be doing it perhaps with some friends. And it's going to be an incredible experience. It's going to be life transforming. It could even lead to multiple, I got this vision of multiple, franchising, or multiple locations. It's not just one location. And it's going to be a lot of work, but you're ready. You're ready for this, Taurus. Yeah. Yes. And you see that now. It's like once you drop this fight, right, that you've had within yourself, I think the timing is ripe. You see the truth now. It's time for a brand new beginning, and you're headed towards so much happiness in your love life, in your professional life. I think this is about surrendering, right, to the support of others, to bringing ideas together in the material plane, and to letting a partner support you as you go through this whole new endeavor. It could even become like a family affair. You're going to have like your children helping you. It's going to be like a family business. It's a brand new beginning. And some of you have this beautiful idea that you want to lift off this in this new year around opportunity. And this is all the ways that you've been in conflict over, saying, no, it's not the right time. I got to wait for this. No, you're going to be like, no, this is the year. This is the year. You're going to get that green light because you know it's time. It's time to start creating this dream. Okay? This is about your dreams. All right? And making them happen and getting the support you need to lift you up into that confident sector of knowing it's not on me anymore. Your next chapter, Taurus, is not doing it alone anymore. Okay? In love and in work. Okay? Let's get some advice from Spirit. Wow. I'm excited for you. You're really coming into balance. Oh, and it's going to be so like, this is Spirit saying this is fair. This is right. This is the right time. Okay. It's going to yield so much abundance. You have no idea. What you're building in the new year is going to be so profitable. You have no idea. You have no idea, Taurus. This beautiful idea of yours, it's going to be so successful. If you build it, they will come. I'm telling you, if you build it, they will come. And look at you, successful businesswoman, businessman. Yep. This is about you coming into balance between your divine feminine, divine masculine in your intellect. You have big, bold ideas. You're going to do something in a new way, and it's going to be so successful. And you're going to be able to upgrade into a more luxurious lifestyle. And this is all fated. This is all fated. I'm getting goosies. I'm getting chills. Taurus, you better go boldly towards the direction of your dreams because it's coming. They're going to come. If you're wanting to build something that people go to, it's going to be so successful. I see it's going to multiply. All right? That's my message for you, Taurus. What a beautiful, beautiful reading. I felt like it was like this little engine that could. And now you're like, okay, it's gaining momentum. I got to do this and this and this. It's gaining momentum. Now I'm just going to be like, pew! You're going to be like that light train, right? Was that the, we need one of those in America. What do you call those? It's just like the, not just the slow grind, like choo-choo. This is like the fast-moving bullet train. You're going to go on quite a ride in 2024. I'm excited for you, Taurus. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.